One thing I didn't talk about is how highly influential people use verbal patterns that change people's behavior. Here's one of my favorite studies. I think about this study all the time. What they did is they brought participants into their lab and they split them up.
Into their lab?
They brought people into their lab and they split them up into two different groups. The first group came into the lab, they were greeted by the researcher, and they were told, today you are playing the community game. And they went to explain the rules of the game and they played the game. The second group came into the same lab, the same researcher, and they were told, today you are playing the Wall Street game. But the trick was the games were exactly the same. Everything was the same, except for that single word cue. So being told you were playing the community game versus being told you were playing the Wall Street game.
So Wall Street versus community.
That's it. Everything else was exactly the same.
Okay.
Can you guess what happened?
People that were in the Wall Street game immediately turned it on like, I'm going to win. And people who were told we're going to play the community game, they turned it on to be connected.
You're exactly right, but the outcome is a little bit sadder than that. The Wall Street people wanted to win, which means they shared an average of 1/3 of their profits. In the community game, people shared an average of 2/3 of their profits.
Wow.
In other words, people who were primed, where they heard the word Wall Street, thought about sharing or being less communal. So they didn't want to share as much. Whereas people who were told they were playing the community game actually acted more collaboratively. This is an incredible study because it shows that we can change someone's behavior with one single word.